Alright, welcome back for video 8 of 15. Now this one's going to start a little bit different than the previous ones because I want to go through a trade that I took yesterday evening. Okay, so on the screen at the moment is a screenshot of MetaTrader 4, which is a trading platform that I use on my phone. Okay, now you can't get the grey background that I normally have on my MetaTrader 4 platform on the computer, right? So the trade was set on my phone as a limit order. Okay, so this was the entry point. Once I got the entry, okay, it was set on the limit order. Once it activated that order, I then had an alert on my phone. Once that came through, I went on the chart to get a quick screenshot. Okay, so I was looking to do a before and after shot. So I got the entry shot and set my target, and then from that point, then I went to bed, and this chart played out, this trade played out whilst I was asleep, right? So I was hoping to get a screenshot just before it hit target, but unfortunately the target was hit before I was awake. So I'm just going to break it down a little bit more. Okay, so this is before target was hit, okay, and now this is the trade that had played out, hit target, and I've also highlighted the lows, the run, the breaker structure, and then where I entered. Okay, so that's what it looked like if I marked it out on my phone. Okay, so I'm going to go over to TradingView replay feature now. I'm going to go through this chart and I'm going to explain exactly how I planned this trade out. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is USD CAD on the 15-minute chart. Now again, we're in the replay feature. If you don't know, if you haven't already gone through the basic training guide, okay, I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. Okay, now the basic training video I did was the first video of this anticipating the setup series. Now it's important to go back through that video because that goes through the four step process that I have for my trading plan. Okay, so the 4 steps are: have we got equal highs or lows? That's number 1. Number 2 is, have they been ran? Number 3 is, has there been a rejection in price? And then number 4, have we had a breaker structure? Okay, once them 4 steps are confirmed, I can then look for a potential entry on the retracement. Okay, so I will go through that as we go through this video. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got equal lows here all the way along there. Okay, anyone who bought that, stop losses below are now going to be taken out. Okay, just quickly pause it there. So a friend of mine a couple of days ago asked me if I could zoom in closer to the charts in my videos so you can see the candlesticks or the bars. You don't want to be zooming in too far because you don't get an understanding of the bigger picture. Okay, so I'll let you know at what point I'd be looking to zoom in shortly as we go through this video. Okay, so at this point here then, we've got, let me have a look. We've had a set of lows here, okay. They got ran, okay. Then we had another set of lows here, and they got ran. Okay, so what the point I want to point out here is, if you're just going to be buying bottoms and tops, double bottoms, bounces and support, you're going to find a very low win rate in your trades, right? Because you're going to be getting stopped out over and over and over. Okay, so that's just something I want to point out here before we get to the area where I entered the trade. Okay, so I'm going to delete these two boxes at the top here, get rid of them, clean up the chart a little bit. Okay, and as you can see here now, we're starting to put a level of support again. Okay, so the reason I wouldn't have taken a trade once these lows got ran through is because we didn't have a breaker structure to the upside, so there's nothing confirmed. Same again on this. Okay, so the 4 steps to the trade plan, they're really good at lowering the amount of poor trades that you get into. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, so notice how long this puts in a level of support for. Okay, so as you start bouncing like this, you're going to start getting retail traders in. They're going to be buying the market to go long with the stop losses below. Okay, you also get breakout traders, so sellers in the market with what's called a sell stop, which is a pending order, and as price drives through that order, they'll be expecting to get in a short position for continuation of this downtrend, okay, that we've been in. Okay, and what gives the impression that this could be a downtrend continuation is the fact we've had this fast move here. Okay, then we've had this support here, and then this could be seen as some sort of continuation triangle, or maybe a flag that's setting up, and then they'd be looking to get a breakout to the downside in order to get the continuation on this trade, right? So like I said, you're going to have buyers in the market, stop losses below, sellers in the market anticipating a breakout to the downside for continuation in strength, all right? Okay, so we've just had a run on the stops. Okay, so step 1 in my trade plan then. So do we have equal lows? Yes, we had a large bounce on support. Okay, step 2, have they been driven through? Okay, so they've been traded through here. Okay, so they grabbed all the stops there. Number 3 is their rejection. So as you can see, this wick here clearly rejected. Okay, so now this is where I'd be zooming in on the chart to have a look closer. Okay, what was the main high here before this drive through? Okay, and it was this level here. Okay, so that's the main high before this did drive through, eventually drove through these stops. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is a run above this high. Okay, okay, and as you can see now, we've had a run above the high. Now in my previous videos I said I was highlighting the preference on my trades. Okay, so when I'm looking for the entry, I'm looking for a retracement now back in to this structure here. Okay, so the retracement here I'm looking for to get a position or to go long. Now my entry, let me just grab my phone and just get my entry on this trade. So 12627 12627. Okay, so my entry, I was looking at this down candle. Now this candle here was the one that pushed price above this high. Okay, so I'm looking for a retracement back into this level. Okay, if I can get into that level, this is what the trade idea was. Okay, so if I could get back into this level, I'm going to be looking for a position. So this was my entry. Okay, just here, and then my stop was sitting below the wick of this candle there. Okay, and then as you can see in as you saw at the beginning of the video, I was targeting this wick here. Okay, so this was my target for this trade. It's only a small trade, it's about 56 pips or something like that. But this is where I was looking to get out of the market, right? So the idea behind it was just to come and fill in this big down candle here, and hopefully get back up into this up candle here. And that was the overall idea for this trade. Okay, so have we had equal lows? Yes. Have we had a run through them? Yes. Have we had a rejection? Yes. And have we had a breaker structure? Yes, we have, right? So the structure break took part as this candle passed through right there. Okay, now like I said, I'm looking for a retracement back into this specific candle here. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this. You can get a better entry, but like I said, this was on a limit, so sometimes I put a limit order on and it doesn't quite go through enough for the spread to activate the order. Okay, so I was going to bed at the time, like I said, and before I had a chance to screenshot the trade running, it had already hit target, right? So this down candle, okay, I'm going to play the rest of the chart now. Okay, so that was the entry right there. Okay, so that was me triggered in long at this point here. And we did come into the body of that down candle there, okay? So we've had our breaker structure, retracement back into it, okay? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, and that was target hit. So at that point right there, that was the target hit there. Okay, so again, same pattern, same setup, same concept. You just got to follow the rules, all right, to try and eliminate those bad trades. Now, I got asked what my win rate is. Okay, I don't normally share that, but if you can get really good at this, you're going to be looking well over 60% on your win rate. Okay, you can be up towards the 90s, all right, but it all depends on how you follow the rules, how disciplined you are in only taking the setup when it occurs, okay? As we go further down the line, I'm going to be doing another series, all right? So identifying targets and also explaining where to expect these setups, okay? So where they're likely to take place. And then that way then you're going to have areas marked on your charts where you're expecting this to take place, not only expecting the pattern, but obviously an area where it's going to happen, okay? So you can anticipate that before it happens, okay? And then once you do get the pattern, I'm going to be going through potential targets, and I will touch on risk to reward ratios as well, how you can scale out positions, or how you can trail stop losses behind price in order to maximize the reward that you could get on the trade. All right, so that is it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.